they need to get it on soon, or they're going to need to move a lot of patients out.
Right now, a Madison hospital was without air conditioning for hours Sunday in sweltering summer heat. Plus, the GOP presidential debate is only a couple days away. We look at what qualifications candidates must check off to get a podium. And the 5th annual Magic Pride Festival was held at Warner Park today. We share the goal of the event. That's all coming up right now at 10. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. Right now, the temps appear to be cooling off, and it was a hot and humid day here in southern Wisconsin with temps in the 90s. And it appears those temps will be making a couple of appearances later this week. Let's get a look at our first warned forecast with meteorologist Jacob Montesano, who's outside on our weather patio. So how are you feeling out there right now?
Well, right now it is pretty comfortable. You know, the one thing with the hot temperatures, it always produces some pretty nice conditions during the overnight hours. Now, right now, temperatures have already dropped into the 70s for a lot of locations. Areas near Iowa, specifically Dubuque, still in the lower 80s. But it also, you can feel the humidity. So the index values still a little bit warmer than the temperatures in some locations. But because it is nighttime, sometimes the heat index values are Another way to say it is the feels like temperatures can actually be a bit colder. So in general, it is feeling pretty comfortable at this hour. Now, the high temperatures earlier were pretty hot. 91 in Madison, 96 in Boscobel. That was the hottest spot in our area. But these temperatures will likely get even hotter later in the week. And we have 3 alert days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We'll see high temperatures in the middle to upper 90s with the heat index values likely exceeding 100 degrees, possibly even above 105 degrees. This will easily be the hottest temperatures of the year. I don't even have to say so far because beyond the 10-day forecast, I don't expect it to get anywhere close to this as we head into the end of August and early September. So this will be the hottest temperatures of the year. We have excessive heat watches in effect for a lot of our area from Tuesday through Thursday. It is going to be pretty dangerous at times, and I'll have more details on the heat coming up a bit later in the show.
Jacob, thank you. One of Madison's major hospitals was without air conditioning since early this morning. MG&E confirmed it came back at 6:15 this evening. Earlier today, Naomi Coles heard from visitors at Unity Point Health Meritor to hear just how hot it got inside.
It is around 5 o'clock on Sunday evening right now, and Unity Point Health Meritor has been without air conditioning for hours. A spokesperson told me the hospital had a utility failure Sunday morning, which disrupted their ability to cool the building. They told us they are working closely with MG&E to get cool air back inside, and they're apologizing for the discomfort that this has caused patients, visitors, and staff. I just spoke with one couple that said they had been visiting a patient inside.
We were in there an hour or more, and hour and a half probably. It's very hot, very hot. We were in the patient room, and yeah, I don't know how they're dealing with this heat.
You said you were visiting a patient. How are they doing?
She's okay. She's very warm. I mean, they're bringing in ice and cold water and stuff like that, but it's very uncomfortable.
Now, as of this evening, they are telling me no inpatients have been transferred outside the hospital, and it has stayed in the mid-70s to 80s throughout parts of the hospital. Now, for reference, the heat index today has reached the mid-90s. It reached as high as 101 several times later this afternoon. That's according to News 3 Now meteorologist. Reporting outside Unity Point Health Meritor Hospital this evening, I'm Naomi Coles for News 3 Now.
The hospital also says they hadn't changed any scheduled surgeries as of around 5 this evening, and there hadn't been any equipment failures either. With the heat that southern Wisconsin will face over the next several days, Middleton has several cooling centers open to the public. The Middleton Police Department, located at 7331 Donna Drive, is open 24 hours a day to the public. Open 24 hours as well is the Fire Department, located at 7600 University Avenue. Middleton Public Library, located at 7425 Hubbard Avenue, is open Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Lastly, Middleton City Hall is available as well, located at 7426 Hubbard Avenue, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And stay up to date with all the weather on our First Warn Forecast weather app. It is hourly forecast, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free, of course, on your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather. Next, tonight, first responders were obstructed while responding to a vehicle versus pedestrian crash in downtown Madison. First responders were dispatched to the crash near North Broome Street and West Gorman Streets for a report of a vehicle hitting two pedestrians around 3 a.m. this morning. When they arrived to the scene, a large crowd gathered and multiple people began to obstruct them. According to police, one person later shoved a paramedic who was trying to help a victim of the crash. The same person then shoved a police officer before fleeing on foot. They were later caught. Another person was arrested for kicking a police officer. The driver of the vehicle involved was arrested for OWI first offense. Meanwhile, a shooting in Milwaukee Saturday night left 9 people injured. Authorities say 6 males and 3 females were injured. Milwaukee police say the victims range in age from 16 to 42. All are expected to survive. The shooting is currently under investigation. So far, no arrests have been made. Staying in Milwaukee, all eyes will be on the city this week as the Pfizer Forum will play host to the first presidential primary debate of the 2024 campaign season. Just days before candidates are set to take the state, the number of podiums crews need to set up could still change. As of Friday, 8 candidates had qualified for the debate, but the full lineup will be announced tomorrow afternoon. This morning, Drew McKissick went over the rules to qualify and some things candidates must do to participate.
Most importantly, number one, they have to be at least 1% in the polls, at least 2 national polls, 2 of the early state polls, so that's either Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, or Nevada. And they have to have acquired at least 40,000 donors nationally, with at least 200 per state. So the point there being to make sure that our candidates are building out their financial support base because obviously we have to raise money to beat Democrats next year. And then third, they have to sign, obviously, the pledge, which is that they will support whoever our party's nominee will be.
Just a reminder, the debate is Wednesday night, where we will have a full team coverage from Milwaukee in all of our newscasts. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump confirmed today that he will not be taking part in the first Republican presidential debate in Milwaukee. Trump confirmed his decision on his social media platform, Truth Social. He said the public knows who he is and knows of his accomplishment as president, and therefore he will not participate in the debates. A Trump advisor said the former president could still decide to participate in a later primary debate despite his post on Truth Social. A second debate is set for September 27th at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in California. Black Restaurant Week wrapped up today with the Food Taste Jamboree. Black Restaurant Week highlights Black-owned cuisine from around the Madison area. Today culminated with available tastings for residents of all sorts of foods. Across 30 restaurant vendors, food was showcased and available, ranging from soul food, Costa Rican, barbecue, Jamaican, West African food, and more.
Just to really see it grow, and the people are coming out and they love this, so it's growing in popularity.
The fest included 29 food vendors as well, such as business resources. We know that it's good to be nice to your neighbors, but we found a family in Monroe that raises the bar to the next level. And that level is next door kindness even higher. Merrill Hubbard has the story.
The Wilson family has been delivering home-cooked meals to hungry families since last winter.
We're not expecting any sort of anything in return.
It all started with a simple post on the Neighbors Helping Neighbors page.
It just grew like wildfire.
Now, with the help of other small businesses and neighbors, the Wilsons serve up to 18 families every month, with as many as 6 meals for each family.
You know, everybody sometimes needs a little helping hand, and I know when I was a kid, we needed that.
It's those childhood memories that inspired Josh in the first place. For him, this act of kindness has a deeper meaning, a way to remember his mother, who died in 2018. She was a single mom who always made sure her only son had plenty to eat.
You know, when I go out and deliver the meals, I think about her and miss her, and just kind of makes me feel like I'm a little closer to her for a bit.
Josh and the Wilson family continued to spread kindness in her honor.
She was a strong woman.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
She always wanted to help people, and so that's just a way for me to make sure that I am kind of sharing her spirit.
It's a reminder, loss can transform into love, or a homemade meal when it's needed most. In Monroe, Merrill Hubbard, News 3 Now.
In Sun Prairie, the Sweet Corn Fest wrapped up its 5-day event. The 70th annual Sweet Corn Festival featured 80 tons of Wisconsin-grown corn. Today's festivities featured, you guessed it, corn, and multiple performances of dance, cheer, and drum. The final day offered plenty of family-friendly activities, and it was all capped off with the Corn Fest racing that began at 4 and ended at 6. The Magic Pride Festival was held today in Warner Park. MAGIC stands for Madison Area Gay Interim Committee. This is the 5th year of the event, and the fest included performances from locals who identify as LGBTQ+. There were also games, activities, food, beverages, and more for the families to enjoy.
There's also been altercations at events this summer that were LGBTQ themed. So we're still want to come together and show support for each other, and we're going to carry on even though there's adversity.
The goal of the event is to cultivate an accepting community. Coming up next at 10, some COVID rules on outdoor dining are being challenged in Janesville. Plus, people in Fitchburg hit the courts today for a pickleball competition, first of its kind.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $900 on purple adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Or check out the Summit Firm, now only $299.99. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Choose Flex Buy on a 2023 Ford Escape or Edge and get 2.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,000 Flex Buy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Oh, hello. Hi. Did you know that every load of laundry could be worth as much as $300?
Really?
And your clothes just keep getting more damaged the more times you wash them. Downy protects fibers, doing more than detergent alone. See?
This one looks brand new. Saves me money. I'm starting to like Downy.
Downy saves loads.
At LL Flooring, we've seen it all.
It's a rental.
It's a remodel. It's a really bad day.
Can I do this?
Can you do this? We help you find your right floor at the right price, turning indecision into your best decision. LL Flooring, every step covered.
JP Morgan Wealth Management knows it's easy to get lost in investment research. Get help with JP Morgan Personal Advisors.
Hey, David, ready to get started?
Work with advisors who create a plan with you and help you find the right investments.
So great getting to know you. Let's take a look at your new investment plan.
Okay, great.
This should have you moving in the right direction.
Thanks, Jen.
Get ongoing advice and manage your investments in the Chase mobile app.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Wednesdays, Christina Ricci. Does your son know he has a cool mom?
He's like, oh my God, Mom, were you really gonna kill your brother? It's a movie.
And the hilarious Miss Pat.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
You may recall many rules and regulations were changed in 2020 during the height of the pandemic. Now there's a debate going on in Janesville about whether to continue their relaxed policies on outdoor dining approval. Kyle Pozorski went there ahead of an upcoming council meeting on the matter to find out just what the community members are saying.
In 2020, Janesville City Council approved a policy which made the approval process for outdoor dining faster and easier.
I feel that it's time that it goes back to the normal process.
But now some Janesville residents, including Councilmember Paul Williams, say it's time to reverse course on what he says is an undemocratic process.
The City Council is an elected body of the citizens of Janesville to make those decisions.
The COVID-era policy was adopted, allowing only one person the city building official, to approve the outdoor dining request.
The only intention that I've had since proposing this is not to remove the outdoor seating.
Williams says since we are no longer under the federal public health emergency, the policy should revert back to approval by the Alcohol Advisory Committee.
My only intention is to take it out of the hands of the chief building official.
Business owner and former council member Matt Keeley says he disagrees with Williams, saying the current process is better for business.
I think anytime the city can cut through some red tape and help be a little more business friendly, it's always a beneficial thing.
He says that during 2020, Janesville's restaurants saw an uptick in the number of outdoor dining options. It was due in part to people wanting to eat outside during the pandemic, but also, he says, because of the quick approval process.
We hear all the time in the community that people want things to be easier with government. And the government did something in an unfortunate time of COVID, but I think they did a good step.
And he says there's no reason to get rid of what's worked.
My hope is that city staff will come back with a recommendation to keep the process the way it is.
Public comment on whether to repeal the 2020 relaxations is scheduled for the next council meeting happening on August 28th. It was the first of its kind for the Capital Area Pickleball Association as they held their first Kappa Cup pickleball tournament in Fitchburg this weekend. With over 200 participants, the three-day event offered a blend of fun and competition out on the courts. If you're fairly new to pickleball, do not worry. The Kappa Cup offered different brackets based on skill levels, allowing anyone to get out there and give the popular sport a try.
People want to know, why is it pickleball just exploding? And there are several reasons. One, it's extremely social. You meet a lot of new people. Two, as you can tell here, it's a sport that can be played both by men and women together, so it's a great couples game. Three, relatively speaking, it's an easy game.
All the proceeds from the tournament were donated to the Dane County Boys and Girls Club. And for the individual winners who were able to come out victorious in their brackets, they were given a medal, as well as everybody who participated received the free complimentary t-shirt. It was definitely a warm one outside today. Let's get a look at your first warn forecast.
Thanks, Jalen. It's only going to get warmer from here on out. Now, tomorrow will be a bit cooler than today, but we have alert days for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday due to extreme heat. We'll see hot temperatures exceeding 95 degrees at times, and we also are going to see heat index values possibly even above 105, maybe even approaching 110 degrees for some locations. It's certainly going to be very hot the next couple of days. Now, here are the three things you need to know. On top of the heat, it is going to be a lot more comfortable by the time we get to next weekend. Temperatures will fall off pretty dramatically for the end of the week, and we also are going to be very dry once again for the foreseeable future with little to no rainfall expected over the next 10 days. Low temperatures tonight will be a bit mild, but a little bit cooler than what we saw last night. We'll see lows in the mid-60s, could see low temperatures around 70 in southwestern Wisconsin, but overall not much going on tonight. And tomorrow will be pretty comfortable for the most part, especially for the central and eastern portions of the states. Once again, western Wisconsin may get a bit warm with highs in the upper 80s, but here in Madison, we'll see high temperatures in the middle to lower 80s. Now, if we look at the temperature trend over the next 10 days, it's obviously going to get hotter. Tuesday, we'll see a high temperature, or at least forecasted high of 93. 97 is the forecasted high for Wednesday and Thursday. It does look like Thursday may actually be a bit hotter than Wednesday, but I kept the forecasted high at 97 for both days because they're still going to be very hot nonetheless. Now, here's a look at the heat index forecast. For tomorrow, it's going to be a little hot for the southwestern portion of the state, but the rest of our area not too bad. And then Tuesday, it's going to be pretty hot for all of us, but especially in the southwestern portion of the state where heat index values could reach 110. For Wednesday, we'll continue to see the heat spread out into the rest of Wisconsin, with the central and eastern portions of the state also seeing the heat index values likely over 100 at times. And Thursday, we're going to see much of the same with more heat index values above 100. This heat is actually going to be pretty dangerous during the peak hours during the afternoon. It is going to be better on Friday, but still hot for some locations. Now, here are a few safety tips. I've been showing them all weekend. Stay hydrated and take breaks from the heat. The top bullet point is the most important. You know, heat is the number one weather-related fatality across the world. So definitely take this seriously. Also, wear light clothing. A lot of light-colored clothing reflects the sun better than dark-colored clothing, which absorbs the heat. And also make sure to keep an extra eye out for elderly and pets. Those are two vulnerable groups. Now, like I mentioned, it is going to get better beyond the next couple of days. And if we look at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, we actually may even see below average temperatures here in Madison, if you could believe it. Well, high temperatures may only be in the 70s, not just the 70s, the middle 70s for next weekend. So it's going to be a lot more comfortable as we head towards the end of the week, and for next week it's looking fairly nice as well. But yeah, it's going to get pretty hot Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Pretty easily going to be the hottest temperatures of the year. The hottest temperature over the summer in Madison has only been 92 degrees, if you can believe it. Yeah. And so Wednesday or Thursday, we'll definitely get way above that. And I wouldn't be surprised if we even get 100 for Thursday.
Really? I'm sure those of you at home will agree with me. The last few days, we've been absolutely spoiled. If I'm not mistaken.
Before today, not today.
Yeah, not today, but I'm saying, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it was 70 degrees at like 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I guess it's only right that we get a few more hot days before the summer closes out.
And it is going to feel like that once again by the weekend. Like I said, it's only going to be about 3 days. Obviously, you know, today was hot. Tomorrow won't be bad, but then the 3 days in the middle of the week before it cools down again for the weekend.
All right. Well, sounds good. Thank you, Jacob. Still to come, 2 weeks from kickoff, how is Luke Fickell preparing the Badgers for the season? That's next in Sports with Andrew.
Now, First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Colorado peaches, just $1.68 a pound. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve bacon-wrapped sirloins, just $2.99. And buy 2, get 1 free on select Coke products. All week long at Hy-Vee.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on a 2023 Ford Escape or Edge and get 2.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
The summer fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin with Plexiderm. Plexiderm smooths away wrinkles without foundation, without color makeup, and without expensive procedures. Best of all, you could try it for only $14.95 this summer.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. Nothing works like this.
I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm. I put it on my face, and I'm not joking, it works.
So take action this summer and pack up your under-eye bags and wrinkles and put them on vacation with Plexiderm. Try our summertime special and get it for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this easily. Kids checkups? Scheduled. Work? Bust. Treat dispenser? Treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer. Work.
Switch to Spectrum One. 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One. Gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are just bare chicken breasts, just $3.98. Sara Lee honey wheat or butter bread, just $1.99. And Oscar Mayer deli meat, just $3.97. All week long at Hy-Vee.
We have made it. It's official. We will be able to watch college basketball or football every Saturday from now through April. But we still have one more Saturday without Badger football and 13 days away from the Luke Fickell era. How is he preparing his guys? For starters, he says it is an advantage that UW starts later than most schools. That'll allow the Badgers to stay in more of a fall camp mode a little bit longer before switching gears to game day.
So we've got a chance this next week to, give them a day here to relax a little bit, but then be able to use this next week where we can still kind of be in some camp mode, where we can keep them here. We can do some things later at night because they don't have school and things. So I think this is going to be another big step for us to kind of shift gears into another little phase of what we're doing to still grow, because we know we got a long way to go with a lot of things we've got to get better at.
It's just the preseason, but man, has Jordan Love looked good through his first 2 games. The leash has understandably been a little bit shorter for the first-year starter, but he'd make the most of his 3 drives last night. In the Packers' 21-17 loss at Lambeau, Love went 5 for 8 for 84 yards and a touchdown. Through his first 2 games, the Utah State product has a 66% completion rate, no interceptions, and a dazzling 125 QBR. And then look at this play. Play action. Love drops back and throws a strike to Jaden Reed right on the money, and a touchdown for the rookie out of Michigan State. But then in a really rare move, the game ended with 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter. That was due to a devastating injury to Patriots cornerback Isaiah Bolden, who now is reportedly traveling back to New England today. That's a good sign for the corner. Now, as for Love's performance, it's safe to say that the Pack's top dog was pleased, but will he play next week?
I think I've been really impressed with how he's handled himself. We've all seen the growth over these last few years, and it's been pretty cool to witness, but you got to have a short memory in this game.
At this point, I think I'm definitely ready for week 1 and carrying on throughout the season. But I think, playing in that last game would just be getting more reps, just getting more comfortable, seeing new looks, going against a different team. So I don't think it would hurt.
Elsewhere in the NFL, Nick Herbig, the Badger captain who was drafted by the Steelers, forced this fumble last night. The rookie is making a name for himself this preseason. The 4th rounder also had a sack last night, and in 2 preseason games, he has 7 tackles and 2.5 sacks. He might just be the steal of the draft. The Texas Rangers have the 5th best record in baseball and are elite at home. That's why the Brewers winning 2 straight in Texas this weekend in the middle of a playoff race is such a big deal. But sweeping the Rangers in Texas, that could change the clubhouse. Top 8 with no outs and 2 on. Brewers ahead 3-1. Tyrone Taylor rips one into the right field corner, just gets inside the foul line, and it would bring home both runners to score. On the stand-up triple, Crew take a 5-1 lead. Then later in the inning, Carlos Santana with a chance to bring Taylor home, and he comes through with the RBI single. The Brewers are on fire right now. They win it 6-2 and get a massive sweep over the Rangers in Texas. Can't say enough about the Crew right now. These guys are hot, but we talk about football. I mean, I'm just ready for it to be here. Between the Badgers and the Packers, so much new, so much excitement, so much hype. I'm just ready to see it in my own eyes.
It's interesting with the 2 quarterback situations at UW, and then with the Packers, you have a guy that's young and getting his first start, but then you have like the seasoned vet who's probably around the same age as Jordan Love at UW.
For that matter, I think Tanner Mordecai and Jordan Love might be the same age.
I know, that's funny, but I think both are going to play really well this season. I'm excited to finally get things going, man. Can we get the football season
We are
finally?
close.
All right, well, thanks, Andrew. We'll be back with more after this.
The Volkswagen Taos. German engineering everyone can get into. Visit your local Volkswagen dealer for 1.9% APR financing for 36 months on a new 2023 Taos or Tiguan.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $900 on purple adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Or check out the Summit Firm, now only $299.99. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you.
And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us.
It's our pleasure.
Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Choose Flex Buy on a 2023 Ford Bronco Sport and get 3.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $500 Flex Buy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Look, Mom, I found one.
Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the 2 largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
Are you sweating over high energy bills? Windows drafty or broken? Champion is here to help. With our 70th anniversary sale, buy 2 windows, get 2 free.
At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs. Then they are built in our very own factory, installed by a team of professionals, and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
Intuitive sit to start and the all-electric ID4. It's the little things. It's a VW. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get a $7,500 lease bonus on a new 2023 all-electric ID4.
Republican presidential debate coverage Wednesday on News 3 Now.
So, Andrew, as we talked about last block in sports, football season is just around the corner with Wisconsin and Green Bay, but what's also around the corner is this heat that we're going to be seeing this week.
Yeah, but thankfully by the time football season rolls around, it looks like the temperatures are going to be a lot cooler, especially by next weekend with highs in the 70s.
All right, well, sounds good, and thank you all for joining us at home. Thank you for making it a great evening.